Hello everyone, got my peace sign on. Today I want to talk to you about why I joined the SGA when I was at James Madison and the life lesson that I learned from being a college senator. So as some of you already know, my social skills while I was at James Madison were incredibly poor, and I was often considered rude, aggressive, and hostile towards friendly people, and I never really shared why I was like this and why I was so rude. And being the rude person that I was created a lot of discomfort, confusion, and led to trouble and me having very few friends. I didn't mind being alone because I had the mentality that it was me against the world. At some point, I joined the student government. Uh, this was because I wanted to gain an inside perspective about the system that I thought was pathetic and contributed to a lack of individuality. My opinion was predominantly still influenced by how government brainwashes us, how people are not really individuals, and how we are servants of conformity. But I was able to join the SGA pretty easily. All I had to do was get 100 signatures of JMU students, and doing so gave me the ability to be a college senator, and therefore I could vote and participate in the group activities. I didn't like how formal the SGA was, and during that time I would consider myself antisocial because I did not work good around other people, and I definitely did not have a pro-social sort of attitude. And this was because I had not yet learned about how to talk about the issues I care about in a way that was appropriate. Um, so I can continue with this story. I joined the SGA being a rebel, and I say rebel because I didn't conform to the group norms. During my time as a college senator, I saw people who were important giving speeches that didn't really matter to me and say things that weren't very significant. In my mind, all we were doing was social loafing and wasting time, and in doing so, we were perpetuating an oppressive system um, by not actually making any changes, making progress, or doing anything important. It was a way to reward ourselves while not doing anything. It was hard for me to express my opinions back then because I had not formed a complete idea about this topic that I'm talking to you about right now. I didn't know how to express that I thought the whole system was being run wrong, and I was new. So when you're new, nobody really wants to listen to you in the first place, but um, I didn't have the social skills that I needed to advocate for my cause. And if I would have been very good at making a good case for the causes that I felt so passionate about. But I've not given up on doing these things in recent times. I'm still a nonconformist, and I was never clinically antisocial. I had very bad social skills, but I would have always helped somebody who was in need. And I wanted to help people to begin with. I was just very mad and angry that we were perpetuating a system that oppresses us. While I was at the SGA, we didn't really have any discussions or debates. We had official roles. We voted and had group meetings, and the group meetings were either when we had large group meetings, the president or a special speaker would talk about issues that I didn't think were important. And when we were part of smaller groups, the usually the leader of our group would talk about his campaign ideas or her campaign ideas or they or them, uh, about how they wanted to get elected, and we would talk about things like how to send emails out and promises that if you voted for somebody that they would help you do something. They would always try to figure out what you wanted so that you would vote for them. But I will say that during my time as an SGA member, a group of us did work as a team and accomplished one thing. The only one thing I really did as a senator was advocate for gay marriage. We made T-shirts that we gave out for free that said James Madison University is for lovers, and we likewise we made posters that said Gay MU on it, and we hung these posters around significant places all around campus. And because we were SGA, we knew how to get permission from the college authorities so that the posters wouldn't be taken down, and they stayed up for a long time. And the outcome was that we demonstrated that we were open to diversity even before gay marriage was legalized. So I want to kind of sum things up by saying that being a college senator taught me that if you want to do something right, you need to go through the proper channels and know the right people. I learned that instead of being an isolated outsider, I could share my views on the issue, and I found that in doing so, people would listen to me. People would take time to hear what I was so passionate about. And like I said, if we work collectively as a team, I learned, instead of being people who don't really agree with what we're doing and who feel that they're oppressed while doing it, we should talk about those kind of issues, the reasons why we feel oppressed. I still don't really agree with how the SGA is being run, but I do think that the group and the team is essential and absolutely needed. I know that roles are important now. In the past, I thought roles were ridiculous, that we should all just be extreme individuals, but I now realize that to have a role is very important if you are part of something that you care about. If you don't care about what you're doing, then the role you have is meaningless. It's just something to put on a piece of paper that you really don't care about. Some people think that me joining the SGA was a way for me to show how destructive I was, having a destructive role. But I think this is debatable because although it was my intention to dismantle the entire platform of the student government, at the same time, I could have compromised, and I think we could have made the changes. In a sense, that is dismantling the platform, but we could have done it the way that the government works, and we could have done things like Bernie Sanders was talking about doing. We could have made a lot of changes, but like I said, I wasn't in a pro-social sort of mindset back then, and I had to learn that working together as a team will accomplish a lot more than working together or working by yourself. So that's my story about the SGA. If you have any questions, please like and or comment, start a discussion, share the video, and text me, call me, let me know what's on your mind. I'm very easy to get a hold of. I hope that message was clear, and if you want to talk about it some more, just let me know. Okay, thanks.